this is Jenna Burt, host of the Confessions of a Military Spouse podcast. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Baxter Colburn, host of Verse of the Day here on Public House Media. Thanks for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with that episode, I hope you'll come and check out my show, where I take one Bible verse every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I provide practical examples of what it can be in your life. We have guest speakers that join the program every Wednesday, and there's always something new to learn about your walk with Christ. You can stay up to date with Verse of the Day by subscribing on Apple Podcasts or on publichousemedia.org. Thanks again for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Time is the coin of life. Only you get to determine how it is spent. Carl Sandburg. Yeah, time is the coin of life. Only you get to determine how it is spent. Welcome to Choose to Rise. Welcome to Public House Media. I am so glad that you're here with me today. And I am so glad that I get to bring this message to you. In the last week of April, every year, John Gordon does a called Power of Positive Summit. And he brings together speakers from all over the world, all over the United States, just positive, uplifting, motivational people and all kinds of amazing speakers. And this year, I took so many notes. I gathered so much information, and I just feel like I have to share some of it with you. One of the most impactful speakers that there was a part of it was when Damon West, who was a speaker with John Gordon. He's actually coming out with a book called The Coffee Bean. And I wanted to bring to you a few of the concepts, a few of the things that they were talking about in this book. And one of the most powerful pieces, for me at least, was called Working Out for Life. And it was a powerful thing that we're able to really it's really about time. It's about making sure that you're able to get everything out of life that you really want to get out of life. So let's talk a little bit about working out for life. That's the topic today. That's the concept that I want you to kind of think about. And it's not just working out physically, like getting strong. It's working out in all areas of your life. It's to be successful in life, you have to work out daily, and not just physically, but everywhere. And today I'm going to share with you some areas of like life lessons in a way of like how to work out in all areas of your body, in all areas of your life. So as Americans, and many of you that don't even listen from America, you're from all over the place. Thank you so much to Budapest, Hungary, Mana FM. Big shout out to you, and all of the other amazing countries that listen to me all over the world. As human beings, one of the most contributing factors to our health is not necessarily exclusive to our physical body. While our physical body is super important, we tend to only associate our health with our physical body, but we often fail to realize that other things impact our well-being as well. Our mindset, our spirituality, our emotional health, all of these things are intricate into how we live our best life. And one of my absolute main goals in this world is to help people rise up out of their current situation and live their best life. So in order to fully do that, you can't just work your physical body. You can't just work out 20, 30 minutes a day and get your heart rate up. You have to also have a great mindset. You also have to be connected to your maker, and you need to have a good, healthy, emotional mindset in order for you to be able to live your absolute best life. So today we're going to be talking about working out in all areas of your life, and not just physically, but everywhere. So how do you do this? Well, there's the three bodies: the spiritual body, the mental body, and the physical body that we're going to be talking about today. And the spiritual body is your connection to energy, your connection to the universe, to your God, to the one who made you. It's very closely tied to a lot of religious practice of those kinds of things, or spirituality. But your spiritual body is who you are connected to. It's about everything in your system. You are knowing that for me, I'm a Christian, knowing that I was made for more, and that everything that God made me to be and I need to live this best life is right here inside of me already. So it's a matter of connecting to Him, living and going through His Word, learning from Him, and waiting and watching for Him to show up in my day, which He does every single day if I'm really listening and if I'm really looking, and being able to remove the blockage that comes up out of society telling me one thing and him telling me another. It's connecting to the energy and information that is just able to flow through me mentally, emotionally, and physically. And it's a way for me I have daily spiritual practices that I do every single day that help me open that connection with him. It's a conversation. It's a two-way street. It's not just him coming to me. It's not me just coming to him. It's a two-way street, and having a relationship with God that really makes things work best in our world. So a couple practices, a couple things you can say, like, how do I do this? What do I do? I've never had a relationship with God before. Well, number one, you can open up the Bible. It is our number one piece of information of how to live our best life. And so there's so many instructions in it, but there's also so much freedom in it. There's so much connection. And a lot of people think, oh, that was written 2,000 years ago. Like, what am I going to learn from it? But there's so much application to today. It's crazy. If you just have to look and listen and respond in love through it and really reflect on how can I apply this to my life. The second thing to do is to open up in prayer. Maybe you're practicing meditation where you're quieting your heart, you're quieting your mind, and really allowing the chaos of the world to be away from you. And so you can just focus on what he has to say. You can, really work through energy practices like acupuncture or just meditation, yoga, other pieces where you can open up the channels of your heart and open up the channels of your mind and cause that stillness. Attend silent retreats. Are sometimes things. Opening your day with prayer of gratitude, attitude of gratitude. You've heard me talk about that a million times. Being present in the situation and just really releasing the stress of the world and giving it all to him. When we can do that, then we release so much of the pressure on us and the feelings of inadequacy and the feelings of like, I just can't handle it, because you're not supposed to handle it all. He does. He handles all of it. So just give it up to him and let him trust him that he's got you and that he's made you for more. And everything that happens to us is happening for us so that we can learn how to live our best life. The second type of body that we have is our mental body. On the surface level, the mental body is just your thoughts, right? Like what things that go through your head on a daily basis. But on a deeper level, it's the domain of your beliefs, your desires, your values, your goals. Beliefs are opinions and convictions that we hold as true without having immediate proof. So like, I believe that there is a God above me, that he is here for me. He's with me always. He's doing those things. And I live my life according to those beliefs. Small children believe there is Santa Claus. They've not ever seen him or the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny. They don't believe it. They don't have never seen them, but they believe in them. They don't have immediate proof. Those are the beliefs. I mean, I've got a lot of proof in my world that my God is working for me in this world, but to see him physically is something where I've not seen. So I'm not going to be a doubting Thomas here, but like really just being able to have those beliefs and convictions of what we have. Value systems represent what we hold internally as most important in areas of our life. Values and beliefs can come in forms of thoughts, in forms of someone telling us something we've learned, something we've unlearned, something that is maybe probably formed early on in childhood. And it may be something that was said to you, maybe something that you watched, something you experienced, but we all have those values and beliefs, good and bad, that have formed us and that have created us who we are today. We all have desires to achieve or acquire something in our lives. That's the goals. Those are the intentions that we set to go for us. And on some surface level, they may seem like mediocre. They may seem, trivial. They may seem whatever. But when you really get down to the deep, like, why is it that you want to do something? Why is it that you feel like you need to go do this or that? There's probably something burning inside of you of like, this is the purpose. This is the path I have for you. Go do those things. As energy comes down from the spiritual and into our mental body, and we're really focusing on merging these two things together, if we're operating only from our mind, we are going to overanalyze, overthink, and overdo. When we can work from both our physical, our mental, and our emotional, and our spiritual combined bodies together, that's when we're living the best life. And having an imbalance in any of those areas really makes it struggle. So some things for your mental body to practices to do. You set goals. Know what you want to achieve. Have a focus. What you focus on, you create more of. If you want to go someplace, put down a goal, make a decision on what it is that you want. Get a coach or a mentor to help you focus on your goals. Daily thoughts on how you're going to do it. Affirmations every single day of making sure that you're focusing on those things. Continuing education, read books, take classes, get into podcasts. Fill your mind every single day with things that are going to help you move closer to those goals and move closer to that information of where the state of life that you want to be in. And then the last one is just eliminate stresses from your life. Seems easy, right? But so it's not. But you can definitely do things that can reduce some stress, whether it's, exercise, which we're going to talk about next, whether it's, communicating with someone else, journaling, talking to God, praying, eliminating some of the stresses of your life, and really just sometimes cutting out the toxic people or toxic environments, toxic things that are happening in your life will definitely help you in all areas for sure. And the last one I want to talk about is your physical body. It is a reflection of the total sum of aspects of everything that you are. Your outer appearance, your energy levels, your, how your body functions as a whole is a barometer of what indicates what's going on in all areas of your life. If you feel tired, if you feel depressed, if you feel, brought down and just not good about yourself, you're not going to have the positive energy that you want to move forward in a day. You're not going to have the positive mental focus and the things that you want to be able to go do. Exercise and healthy eating are typically what come to mind when most people think about their physical health. However, your exercise of choice isn't the only thing to consider when striving for good physical health. We also need to be thinking about clean eating habits. We also need to be thinking about that excessive emotional stress that we have in our systems. We need to be thinking about where we are focusing on in our everyday habits of everything that we're doing in our life. Chronic stress can have a huge toll on our physical body. Stress occurs when our spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physical needs are not being met. Stress triggers the fight or flight response and the extra cortisol in your body, which makes you gain weight, which makes you it's just everything is hardwired into our DNA and how to physiology response to the things that are happening in our life. When we're constantly feeling threatened, when we're constantly feeling triggered into a stressful situation, everything gets impacted in our body. Our hearts, our minds, our energy level, everything about us. So in order to really practice some of these things, move your body every single day. Practice strength exercises. Maybe you're doing some cardio. Maybe you're balancing and do some core work like Pilates or yoga. Prepare fresh organic meals. Make sure that you are eating whole foods instead of processed foods. Try to really pack ahead and plan. I've got lots of information on this. It's something I do every single day, trying to help people live in the best ways of all areas of your life. So if you need more information, head over to ChooseToRiseUp.com. I'm happy to share some information with you there. Get a good night's rest. Sleep is one thing that your body needs to use to repair itself, to cleanse out the toxins in your system, to really feel at your absolute best. Get regular massages, spend time in nature, be outside, take time for yourself, take care of yourself, because this is the only body that you're going to get here on earth. And if you don't take care of it, no one else is going to do it. And somebody else is just going to be like, well, that was it. And then away you go, right? The good news as a Christian is that you're not just here on this earth. You're going to be going someplace else. Your spirit will be heading off as well someplace afterwards. But you just need to know that when you take care of yourself in mind, body, and spirit, and you're working yourself out all areas of your life, you are just going to have a much better time with it. And you are every day what you consume. You are what you eat. I don't just mean physically. I don't just mean the food that you consume into your body, but you are what you consume in every area of your life. In that physical state, what is it that you're doing in your situation with the food? What is it that you're doing with, mentally and emotionally? What are you doing with the things that you consume on a daily basis with music, with media, with videos, with books, with podcasts, with people, with work environments? What are you consuming on a daily basis? The media with news and stuff. I don't watch the news. If I really need to know the news will find me, but I definitely don't try to intentionally plug into negative things that are going on in your life. And if you've ever watched the news, you know that 90% of it is not positive. So why fill your head with all that stuff, right? So every day, make sure you're working yourself out. Find daily practices to improve your spiritual, your mental, emotional, and your physical well-being, because they're all tied together. And when they are balanced out and they are in a positive way, you're definitely going to have a lot more success in life. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to connect with me more, head over to ChooseToRiseUp.com. I love speaking with people there. You can scroll to the bottom, fill out that connect with me section, and it really just helps out so much. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope that you come back again next time. And if you love this, comment below. Let's talk about some of these things. What habits are you going to be trying? What areas of your life do you feel like you need more support in? What areas are you new habits are you going to be applying now that you know some of them? Thanks so much for joining today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you again next time.